Even so, with Gennaro's help, Hammond got his money. Between September of 1983 and November of 1985, John Alfred Hammond and his pachyderm portfolio raised $870 million in venture capital to finance his proposed corporation, International Genetics Technologies Incorporated. Jurassic Park, it simply does not get any better. Now, that scene was discussing John Hammond and Donald Gennaro going around and raising the money for InGen to start Jurassic Park. Now, this company behind me, Colossal Biosciences out of Austin, Texas, may as well be another modern day version of InGen from Jurassic Park. They are, without going into too much detail, attempting to bring back the past, to de-extinct what once was. Now, at the heart of it, they are a biotechnology company, and they've raised quite a bit of money. Not the $870 million that John Hammond raised, but they've raised $150 million so far. Very serious money, a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of scientists behind this, and they are currently trying to bring back the woolly mammoth, the Tasmanian tiger, and most recently the dodo bird. Now, a lot of this brings up the interesting notions of why and should companies and humans be doing this. But one of the things that Colossal is also going to do is focus on endangered species. So any species that are on the verge of extinction, they might work on repopulating that. So it's not just bringing back the past, it's also working with modern day ecosystems that are currently in crisis and not healthy and not doing well. So nonetheless, Colossal Bioscience is something that I've been reading a bit about as of late, especially with all the money that they raised. And, at first glance, the idea of resurrecting a woolly mammoth is really fascinating. The idea of seeing one of those giant beasts would be an enormous tourist attraction. Again, they're trying to bring back the Tasmanian tiger, and most recently they're trying to de-extinct the dodo bird, which was about a 30-pound bird that lived on the island of Mauritius. It was a flightless bird, and it'd be pretty cool to see that thing once again exist. But if we go back to the idea of, the woolly mammoth once again walking this earth, you can imagine that it would be quite a tourist attraction. I had a chance back in 2016 to visit the La Brea tar pits, and it's really quite an awe-inspiring scene to see, some of the work that they have out there, to see some of the mammoth sculptures and the saber-toothed tigers, jumping on their back as they're stuck in the mud. So to envision that a woolly mammoth could potentially be back walking the earth once again is really exciting. But again, this does raise a lot of questions like, should companies be doing this? Is there a reason to be doing this? And there are proponents on both sides. There are obviously those that will say, if we have the technology, it is humanity's obligation to go through with it. That's very John Hammond-esque. That's very Jurassic Park-esque. I'm reminded of the scene in Jurassic Park where John Hammond literally tells, Dr. Malcolm, condors are on the brink of extinction. If I were to breed a flock of condors, you wouldn't have anything to say about it. So again, this company seems very reminiscent of InGen in that they are also working with critically endangered species. And it'll be interesting to see, when you're raising $150 million, I am going to go out on a limb and say that the woolly mammoth and the extinct creatures of the past is kind of what's most sexiest and what excites investors the most. Not saying that modern day species don't have their place, but let's face it, seeing a beast like the woolly mammoth walking the tundra again would just be awe-inspiring and bring us back to a earlier time in Earth's history. So that's my little spiel on Colossal Biosciences. I'm currently working on an article in an upcoming issue of Prehistoric Magazine, if you'd like to subscribe at the link below. But again, Colossal Biosciences out of Austin, Texas. They've raised about $150 million so far. They have a big team of scientists, many labs scattered across many different areas, and they're working hard. They consider themselves a de-extinction company, and they are literally looking to resurrect the past. Let us know your thoughts on this in the comments section below. Do you think companies should be doing this type of work, or do you think that they should not be doing this type of work? Let us know in the comments section below. Take care.